today. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Sanders, first carry of the game, takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. The numbers for Sanders last week, 12 carries, 59 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow, complete, Hunter Henry with the grab. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40.
Now it's Burrow. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And caught by Henry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a carry for Sanders. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, what's the head coach thinking?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays,
yards all told. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson. First carried out for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. The numbers for him from a week ago: 24 carries, 110 yards.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangwu. Touchdown, Houston! Kene Nwangwu, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Play action. It's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Cox.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. These two teams all tied after one. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow uncorks one for Davis. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Gabriel Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. First and 10, Taylor now. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses happen their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. It's hauled in by Shepard. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for... And that is caught! He's got it for a Bengal touchdown! Hunter Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of it.
And this is caught at the 20. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A huge play there for Houston.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 94 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. First down. Here's Burrow. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Burrow looking to pass. He completes it to Henry. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Thornton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, it's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find out.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it, and the Bengals grab it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at it. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On third down, here's Taylor.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
122 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the handoff, Taylor.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Taylor. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try and run. Taylor.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have broken the tie. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Burrow's throw into the hands of Henry here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They'll run with Sanders. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. Now Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Now Burrow loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 161 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run with Taylor. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, it's Taylor. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Now we give to Taylor. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. And they'll run again. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kene Nwangu taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 2.5 to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Burrow. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. To throw, Burrow. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing, Burrow. And Davis with it left side. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's 2nd and 9. Another run now for Nwangu. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the give is Nwangu. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Texans, they're back.